This is a video about some of my settings I use for Xbox, and I'm including some stuff on high sensitivity and some crazy spins you might have seen in the game. The first setting is enable auto sprint, and honestly, I don't see a difference whether I enable it or if I disable it. I tried using the left stick button press to sprint, but that doesn't seem to work at all. So if you move forward, after a couple seconds you start sprinting. Next one is attack direction from movement input. You definitely want to disable that. Using the Alt button and the left stick allows you to change up a lot of your attacks. Next one is enable crouch toggle. Disable it. And honestly, I don't know why you'd want to use that anyway. Next one is gore options. I would set this to minimal for performance. Now the rest of these kind of don't matter. Enable loadout display on first death, disable performance set on frame rate, crossplay enable, show ally indicator, sure, kill feed filter, no messages, combat numbers, damage multipliers, show hints, camera style doesn't matter, disable head bob, and the ones under accessibility I haven't used, so I don't even know what they are. The next one is the video tab and motion blur. There was something mentioned in the Discord about this being enabled at startup, even though you have it set to disabled. I would just enable it and disable it every time you start the game, and you should be good to go. The next one is field of view. I don't play with that. Gamma, you could increase. It'll increase the brightness of the display if the map's too dark for you. Invert y-axis is disabled. Sensitivity. I currently have my sensitivity set at 3.4 for both the X and Y directions. Some people play at a lower sensitivity, like 2 or so. It seems like a lot of players like a higher sensitivity, so try starting at a low sense, like 2 or 3, and gradually up the sensitivity. You'll be surprised how high you can get by increasing your sense over, say, a couple weeks. Now, if you have a high sense, like around 4 or so, you get some crazy 360 spins. I cannot say this helps you in game or anything, since it seems to be kind of unpredictable. But it will mess with your opponent and its timing for attacks and blocks, so it could be used for that purpose. And here's some pictures of me spinning around and pressing block. Now the top left is what I see on my screen with high sense when I'm spinning. The middle of your screen shows what your opponent should see. You figure they should spin the same, but they don't. And I can't tell you why it's like that either. Focus sensitivity I don't play with. Response style, make sure that's set to linear. Alright, dead zones. Set your dead zones to as low as they will go. This will help you a lot with aiming stabs and overheads. If you have an old controller, your guy might start moving on his own, but that shouldn't cause you much problems. Left and right trigger dead zones I have set to 0.17 and have aim assist enabled on melee and ranged weapons. So, set your settings to something that is comfortable for you, and over a couple weeks, try increasing a couple ticks at a time, and make sure you set your stick dead zones to as low as they will go. Alright, that's my settings, and that's it for me. Thanks for watching.